Good morning, YouTubers. It's NASCAR Man 3345 coming back at you in a snowy, really crappy day today. Kids had a couple of hours delay, so wanted to do this a little bit sooner, but we got about 3 or 4 inches, nothing major, but so like I said before, I want to thank everybody as the subscribers are really growing. I know you guys want to learn a ton more about different things. I said we're going to do a little bit about Johnny Lightning. I'm going to make it really easy today because coming up in 2 weeks we have our 10th anniversary for the Lincoln Johnny Lightning Club and the 50th anniversary for Johnny Lightning. And I've been in talks with a couple of the gentlemen that are going to be there who actually worked for Johnny Lightning in Warren, Rhode Island, in one of their factories. So I want them to take that down a little bit more from what I'm going to teach you today. And we can really break it down to what they thought about the company, how the paints work together, and we can go through that, the history of the original Johnny Lightnings back then when we meet Tom and Craig and a couple of the other gentlemen that I have interviews that I'm talking to now about having. We are going to have a lot of guests with me on this YouTube channel. We're going to be doing some lives. Next Saturday we're going to be going live from the flea market. We might try to do a live tomorrow. We usually on Friday afternoons we usually do our normal run after everybody gets out of school and we do our own thing. We usually grab supper and then Savers, Target, Walmart. So we're going to be going around possibly doing a live to see how the feed is first before we really get into it, and showing you what we're looking for. Hopefully we can find some cases, some old toys at Savers, maybe even Salvation Army. I know you guys want to learn more. I want you guys to comment. I want to see what you guys want to learn more of. And the only way I'm going to know what to show you and what to really break it down to is to get comments from all of my subscribers and more who are coming in. With that being that way, I have a couple of set. My sensei. I told you my Hot Wheels sensei, Cliff. I was in discussions with him last night. He's a little nervous about being on video, but we were talking about possibly going to his location and doing just a video of his collection, which, like I stated before, is just nothing but Hot Wheels, Matchbox, couple little bit Johnny's and everything, but he goes back all the way and he does all the paraphernalia. He's got Hot Wheels Halloween costumes, belts, suspenders, plates, cups, you name it. He knows a lot of the stuff that was around. I hate to say it, but I wasn't around for every single year of Hot Wheels being out. He's seen it from the beginning, from Zare came up, Woolworth, Sears, and then we'll break it down even more. I have a couple of Sears catalogs, if everybody remembers the Wish books. We'll go back and we'll go through those and see what people remember. I want to bring you back. We have places here in Rhode Island that I would like to visit to show you. Okay, here's where Johnny Lightning was built. I will take you by the old Hasbro. Now the new R&D headquarters and everything. That's all located right in Rhode Island. There are some other places that are well known for different toys and other electronics and stuff around. We have G-Tech right in downtown Providence, which does all the casino slot machines. So we have a lot to learn. I'm willing to teach everyone if they want to learn about different things. But well, let's start. Let's start today. Here's our first big one. Thank you, Lonnie, and thank you, RVA Slips, Justin, about yesterday. But we're gonna go more in depth, and this is what everybody was been asking for. So we're gonna talk about the Johnny Lightning. With Johnny Lightnings, a lot of people don't know. Sorry, that's the camera's not set yet. We're missing one cord, so we can go download everything after we record. So I'm still using the laptop. So the Johnny Lightning, and these are most of the types that you'll see. These are the Praying Mantis era from '92 to 2001. This is their 10th anniversary. On the back, they have a different logo for 10 years that they were in business. They first started out in 1969. The Topper company from Japan had decided that they wanted to make and compete with Hot Wheels. So they came up with Johnny Lightning. They were sponsored by... They sponsored Mario Andretti's IndyCar. It was blue with the lightning bolt. It was really, really sharp looking. 69, they copied Hot Wheels and they did a red line around the tire. They were different style tires, but they did the red lines. 70, they got rid of it. They went to a black wall wheel. They didn't call their paint Spectraflame. They were just metallic paint jobs. And what they did was, how they changed it different was, you had the flat metallic, and then they had a mirror finish, a gorgeous mirror finish car. We'll get, like I said, we'll get more into this when you see the whole collections that you're going to be seeing. It's amazing, where you can literally look at yourself right in the car. That's how classy and clear they are. And in 71, their demise. Their executive was doing not so very good things, and the line decided to step down and part ways. So, from 1971 to 1992, when Praying Mantis and Tom Lowe bought all the castings from the original Johnny Lightning from Topper, brought them here to the United States, and started making these. They have original reissue castings from the original 24 cars that they made, and then they started doing different sets. This is the classic gold. This is 95. So these were the ones that we were coming out with. So with the backs, I have a lot of these. This is the ones that were really important to the era. These were some of the first ones that they were making. They loved making the original classic muscle cars. That was their forte. And they had a newsletter, and you could join the club, and you got special promotional cars that they would come up with, which they did a very, very, very good job. Then the my set to them. The next step that was happening there, they had about a year and a half off between them and Tom Zoharski from Tomy and Tomica decided to take over the company, and they started making Johnny Lightnings again. This one here is one of their third or fourth. This is release 19 from the new Tomy Corporation when they bought them. This one here is actually signed by the designer. This is Tom Z, the owner of Johnny Lightning at the time. This is just a facsimile of it. But all the cars that they made. But this was one of the ones when Tom came down to Diecast Jam 2 and 1 and was signing cars that we had for him. So this was the Tommy era. Smaller packaging. These are called Forever 64. That's what they called. After Tommy decided after a couple of years to step down, RC2 took them over in 2007. RC2 had racing champions, and that was Matt Reagan. Matt Reagan took over and was making the company really well. Really bringing out a lot of the older castings. Really starting to step it up. With that, Mac came to Diecast Jam 3 and was around signing autographs and enjoying himself with us. That was RC2. RC2 decided that they didn't want the company anymore. And so they decided, well, we're done with Johnny Lightning. Let's see and wait a couple of years and see if anybody else wanted to buy the company. So they were talking between years. Tom Lowe, who was working and owning Playing Mantis back in 1992, decided, you know what? Let me start my own company. There's a lot of castings out there that I can pick up that are available. And started round 2. Round 2 has been around for a couple of years now, and they own, I was going to say, Auto World, Johnny Lightning, AMT, MPC, Model Kits. And they go around and they're all as one Universal and Racing Champions. That's the other company. They were doing a lot of extra special castings. They limited their numbers to the cars. What they're doing is they're doing what they call a master case. It's A and B releases all in the same, but they're in different parts of the box. So they'll come up with a car. Let's see if I think I might have a newer one. Maybe not. I have a ton of Johnnies in here, and these were the RC. Like I stated, this is when RC2 took over. Packaging changed a little bit from when this is Tommy, RC2, and then you have the Playing Mantis. So you see the differences in the packaging from the companies. I'm not seeing. Yeah, there was an RC2. This is the last RC2. I do have one of the new Tommy's, not Tommy's, round 2s. They're sitting around here. I think they're one I have signed. But there is so many different castings out now that they're making 2,500 of each casting. So you'll have a blue release A and then a green release B, but they're both 2,500 pieces each. And then they'll have the white lightnings. They've been doing those since 1992. They're limited edition. What I've seen, they're coming one per 3 or 4 master cases. They're very, very limited. Very, very, lot of money. I've seen some of them $40, $50, $60 a piece. So, yeah, you know, it's one of those cars. It's one of the companies that we hope will stick around. Now with the 50th anniversary coming, they're doing some limited edition cars. You can check them out at Round 2 on YouTube. Also, they do their monthly releases on a video. Chad from Round 2 comes out and does all their releases for the month. And Chad's really a great guy. And you want to learn a lot more of what's new coming out. He shows you every month. There is so many castings that Johnny Lightning has made, that we can really break it down more and more and more. There's so many subsets. The Monopoly set, like we talked about yesterday, is a really, really big set. The Racer's Edge wheels. We'll go into that more when we talk to Tom and we talk to Chris and we talk to Robert, that's going to be there next Sunday. They have all the original toppers, which we call, when you talked about the original Johnny Lightnings, they're topper Johnny Lightnings. These here, the newer versions, are either Playing Mantis, RC2, Tommy, or Round 2. They're newer Johnny Lightnings. So there's a lot to learn. We'll take it step by step. It's not a problem. We'll work with each one. If you have any other questions about Johnny's, even when we talk to when we do our interviews live, bring up the questions in the chat. Let's get into it and let's have some fun. Let's go through some of these cars that I have here now. A lot of them are Chevys. This was a collection I bought from a gentleman. His father passed away. He was looking to get rid of it, so I picked some up. I like Johnny Lightnings, but like I said, I mostly do Mopar. So this is one of the series that they did. This is the Lightning Girls, 55 Chevy Nomad. And these are actual girls that RC2 hired, and you could go and have them get them autographed. I didn't. We never met any of them, but that was just pretty kind of cool. Let's see here. What else we got? We've got a Willie's Gassers. This was a Playing Mantis episode. So, the castings are absolutely gorgeous. These are plastic wheels, metal base. Here's another 57 Chevy. This is out of the Super Chevy magazine company. They would do the picture on the car, and Johnny Lightning would make it in diecast. Another muscle car. This one's a 66 Chevy Nova. This one has rubber tires. And it looks like it has red lines. Now, this is not a red line Hot Wheel. These are just rubber tired red lines to make it look like the cars look like back then. We used to buy cars. They used to have actual red line tires. Here we have a Pontiac Grand Am. Muscle cars. We have here a 68 Chevelle. These were some of the first packaging that Johnny Lightning did with Playing Mantis. And they came with a little plastic, cardboard button. Made only 17,000 of this car. Chevy Nomad, another Nomad. Like I said, there's a lot of different castings. There's rubber tires. Most of the Johnnies back then, even now, they're all metal bases, metal chassis, metal bodies. Chevy Bel Air. Another Chevy Thunder 67 Chevelle. With a key that's supposed to look like the Chevelle key that went with it back in the day. Here's one of the cars that Johnny Lightning made. And this was the Tarantula. These were the wacky winners, but those are the Lightning wheels. But these were limited edition. But that was some of the wacky cars that they made. That's a very sharp looking car. It's called Tarantula. Another 67 Chevelle with the key. Another Super Chevy with a 68 Chevelle. from the magazine. Here's another Corvette from the Super Chevy magazine. Firebirds. So Johnny Lightning did Firebirds. Sponsored by Krager. Those are the wheels. Krager rims. Another Firebird. Another Chevy Thunder, Chevy Impala. Pontiac Grand Prix. Like I said, those look like Hot Wheels wheels, but those are the Johnnies. Those are plastic. Yeah, they did with the working trucks. They did Michigan, Great Lakes, the little HHR with the license plate, so you can put on the back of your bike. Chevy Thunder, this one they did a car cover that you can put over the car. So if you wanted to have it in a diorama or put it in a parking lot and put your dust cover over the car. Try Chevy set, Chevy Bel Air convertible. Like I said, there was a lot of Chevys in this collection that I grabbed. 60 Chevelle wagon. These are all the RC2, most of them. Here you go. It's everybody who's in the Camaros. 68 Chevy Camaro SS. I have a 62 Chevy Bel Air. They had a chance that you could have won $10,000. That still could be in there. You never know. I don't think anybody won it. Another 69 Camaro convertible. Another 69 Camaro SS convertible. The detail on these cars are unbelievable. They run well. The wheels are really well. Here's the Impala Parade. Nice, very nice casting. Metal base, metal body. Another 67 Camaro. So, looks like a lot of the rest of the stuff, looks like they're all Camaros. We have, here's a Corvette, 66 Corvette. 67 Camaro RS SS. Here is one of the new I found. I knew I had a couple in this bag, but I wasn't sure. This is the new round 2 versions. There's the round 2 logo. This is from the Hot Rod Power Tour. Now it states here this is F8. And it's only limited to 2,000 cars of this color. This is the new 69 Dodge Coronet Super B. Now, very, very nice packaging. This is all the new stuff from round 2. So, you want that package, the new packages. This is what you see when you go to Walmart and Hobby Lobby. This is what you'll be seeing now, is this type of packaging. It'll show you the color of the car. Now, if the color of the car doesn't match here, that means it's a White Lightning. Most of the time, most of the cars are all white. So that will be like green. It's supposed to be green. If that's all white with white tires, there's your White Lightning. Very hard to find, but when you get one, you keep it. Let's see here. Another 70 Camaro. Firebird. 65 Corvette. Another Willys Gasser. Oh, look. This is how old these are. 3 for $5 at KB Toys. That's how old these are. KB Toys, is supposedly making a comeback this year. I don't know. We'll see what happens. They've been talking about it, but you never know. Another Camaro with the key. Another 65 Corvette. And some of the older versions. Here's the ones with the plastic button, or the plastic coin. Nice little car there. What's that one? That's a 70 Buick GSX. Another version. Another one of the Johnny Lightning calendar cars. This one is signed by Bob Parker, the gentleman who writes the books. And then they also did a set from the movie American Graffiti. So you can get all the cars from the movie. So like I said, a lot of these are harder cars to find. Some of them are really reasonable. I'm looking at talking to Rick Muzan and Bob Parker. They'll be talking to, hopefully we'll have a live feed with them at Diecast Jam in July. That would be really, really good. Those are two gentlemen that you'd really, really get along and to listen to and have some great Q&A, because with Bob writing the books, well, and Rob and Rick writing books about this for so long, they have a little more detail where they can tell you, because a lot of the times that they have to have the cars in their hands to know what they're talking about, and that's why it's a little tough. I knew a lot of stuff with Lonnie, because some of the cars you could see. A lot of times I'd rather have the car in my hand, because then I can explain every aspect of the cars, and that's what I'm looking to do. These are just carded. They're a little bit harder to, I don't want to rip these open. Most of these are going to Kentucky to a friend of mine. So that's a lot of his stuff that he buys from me. If you want to check him out, it's SK Diecast. It's a group on Facebook. Also DA Diecast. He sells diecast online. Champion DJK has a used car group, and you can buy cars, and Pushef Marabi Garage Motors. He sells diecast. These are guys that I usually get a lot of my stuff from, or we do vice versa. We do trades. They're very knowledgeable in their cars. So if you're looking for stuff, you can PM me, leave a comment for me. I can get you in touch with them, or if you want to, I can put a couple links down, and so you can get to their pages also. I hope this was a little informative for you this time. I know it's a little bit tough when you're by yourself. You try to, you can't interact with like Lonnie and the crew, but each time it'll get better. This was our first one. Let's see how this goes. Next weekend's gonna be a full blow. Next Saturday we have the flea market we're gonna be going live with, and next Sunday is the diecast show at the diecast meeting for the 10th anniversary. That's all going to be live. We're going live with that, so you'll hopefully be ready. I'll send links to everybody so you can be ready to go. Ask tons of questions. We'll be even doing an auction there for stuff that's going to be online, so you can even also link into our Facebook, LJLRC Racing. So you can even bid on stuff that we're going to have. These are the prototypes. Literally prototypes from RC from round 2 that was sent to us, that was signed by the designers. So this is something that you might really get interested in. Prototypes don't come up very much. So in order to get one, this is the type of stuff that you need to check out. So, well, this is NASCAR Man 3345, giving you a little bit of information about Johnny Lightning. More to come. More toys, more fun. See you later.